So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Let's go, G. Mark set 33.
On first down, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Breeze now. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
Ties the game at 10.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did get points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10.
Clock now on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Number 41.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
At the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Block. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Watch 36. 36.
On 3rd down, Block. He's got his tight end fan, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Throwing again. Locke going for it all. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Breeze pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now they'll run the end around here with Judy. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
You ain't going nowhere. the mic. Switch. Mike, 36.
To throw on third down. Lock. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Broncos 24, Saints 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Breeze. Going left side here, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Take over first and...
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Block. Screen pass to Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, set. 36 to Mike. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. All right. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready? You're waiting.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A gain of 18 on the
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Breeze now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
36. Line 36. Hey, that's steady, ready. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, pick your game. Hey,
Block working out of the gun. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And returning it, here's Hamler. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, check. Watch tight end. Two, fellas, let's go. 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Saints 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From just shy of midfield, Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Marcus Williams.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing his Lock on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. To throw is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 42.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for Denver, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City.